Good afternoon, sir.
Madam, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Because of this time variations, so
Ji.
students join little late.
Acha.
So we will wait for a few more minutes, madam. It
Yes.
is 2:57.
Mm-hmm.
So we will wait up to 3 plus 5.
हाँ 3:10 3:15 तक मैं वेट कर सर डेटा नहीं है कोई भी how many students are enrolled in this program.
Please, please mute your microphone. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Please mute your microphone. Don't talk to each other, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Al-Quran buka ini. Haji. Kafara makan. Halo, Mada. Good afternoon.
Okay, hello everyone. You can you please mute yourself for some time? Yes, please.
Madam, your voice is not audible. Madam, your voice is not audible.
Sir, just a minute.
Kindly increase the volume so that everybody can listen to you.
Am I audible now?
Audible, but the voice is very low.
I'll rejoin, sir. Just give me 1 minute. I will rejoin. Good afternoon. Am I audible now?
The voice is very low, madam.
Sir, I'll use my earphones. I need 1 minute time to use my earphones. Good afternoon. Am I audible now, sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible,
Yes.
but it will be better if you can still raise the volume to some extent.
Yes, sir. I think now it's going to be better. I have raised. Now, is it audible? Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. So, sir, shall I start my discussion?
Yes, yes, madam, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind permission. We have three students today, right now, who have logged in into the class. This is your second subject of the program. Can you quickly, in 1 minute, give me a brief introduction about yourself? Um, can we start with any one of you? Yes, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
So my name is Kabiru Bello. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay, that's so nice. Okay. Next participant. Thank you. Yes, yes, please.
Good
Yes.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My name is Nura Awalu Uba. I'm from Kano State, Nigeria.
Okay, you're also from Nigeria. And the third
Yes,
one?
ma'am.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
My name is Haruna Law Ibrahim from Kano State, Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome to the program. So, in this,
Okay, thank
we have one more participant. Can you please introduce yourself quickly?
Sagiri is from Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you. So, we have four participants in this class, and all four of them belong to Nigeria. I hope you will enjoy having the interaction with me in terms of the second subject. Now, this is your second subject of the program, and the name of the subject is tourism, operations, products, and it is related with some examples and case studies. So, first and foremost, when you are studying from such a prestigious university, you know that IGNO is a national open university. Its program is well recognized all across the world. Commonwealth of countries, they really appreciate. So I congratulate you for your decision for enrolling in this IGNO degree. The subject that I'm going to teach you is a subject which is related with a lot of examples from India. The subject comprises of 32 units. In IGNO, instead of chapters, we call them units. So we have 32 topics to be studied. This is a 8 credit course, and you have, according to that 8 credit course, you have some books. I hope you have downloaded the books. You have an access to the study material. If you have not downloaded, you can use the eGyan Kosh website, and from there you can take out and look at the study material which the university has prepared for your reference. So, as a learner in IGNO, as a student of IGNO, we should be in constant touch with our books. And all the books are available in the online format, in the PDF format. So, you can refer to those books, and all the discussion that I'm going to have with you, all this discussion that we will have in this week and next week, will be focused on the books chapters or the units that we call. These units are also written in a very friendly way. So if you will start reading those units, those chapters, you will enjoy, you will understand it. Because see, one important aspect of the subject that I'm going to teach with you is that we have certain festivals of India, certain places in India that we have mentioned in our chapters. For example, you have a chapter related to only Khajuraho Dance Festival. Now, that's a destination, that is a place in India. We have a railway in India, which is known as Palace on Wheels. We have a leading airlines of India related to, which is known as Air India. So, all these are chapters in your book. All these are units of your study. So wherever you feel that there is a mismatch, because if I'm teaching you a very simple topic like Taj Mahal, now Taj Mahal is an architectural monument of India. It is one of the seven wonders. Now, for us, since we have visited Taj Mahal, maybe through a video I can help you to understand the architectural aspect of Taj Mahal. We have a chapter on Mumbai. Now, Mumbai, you have heard this name. Mumbai is the financial capital of India. Today, Mumbai has changed a lot. There are a lot of infrastructure development that is going on in Mumbai. So, the subject, I request you to continuously attend the classes. Don't miss any class. Because when we are discussing ethnic tourism, for example, village tourism, or we discuss beach tourism. Now, you all have experience of beach, you know what beaches are, but in our syllabus, we have a specific, subject or a specific topic of Andaman and Nicobar. So, Andaman and Nicobar is island tourism. Then we have Kovalam Beach, which is a very important, prominent attraction. So, my request to you is that please first refer to the official IGNO website, download your books from there, go through the books before attending this class because it's based on some case studies. The subject itself is case studies. So, with this, I proceed. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have you attended the class for the first class related to TS-01, which was on basic aspects of tourism? Were you there in that class? Any observations from your side?
Yes, ma'am. We have attended all the classes. I
Very
have
nice.
attended in person.
Okay. So now what is the topic I'm going to discuss? The subject I'm going to discuss is tourism development, products, services and operations, which is your course code TS-02. Now, the first and the important thing that I want, because you're all from Nigeria, so I'll just take up few, activities which are related to your home country. Can you please tell me what is the status of tourism in your country? How much do you have any data? Do you have any statistics or any information about tourism in Nigeria? What kind of tourism is there in your area, in your region? Okay. So now, when you, yes, please. Yes.
In Nigeria, our tourism sector, is poorly managed. So we have so many problems that are just hindering the improvement, or uh, the I can say the improvement of the tourism in the country. So the country is only just supporting some other, I can say, sectors beside the tourism. So I don't think it is favorable here. The tourism sector here in Nigeria is not favorable.
Okay. So now let us take two case studies. What is our first chapter? Our first chapter in this subject is related with foreign or international global tourism in India. As you mentioned that in Nigeria the tourism is not so developed, whereas in India we say that we are promoting tourism, we are investing heavily in this area, we look forward to the allocation of the government budget for the promotion of all the schemes. So in this data, in understanding the data related to tourism management, it is first of all essential for us to understand that who maintains this data. Whenever in any country a tourism activity takes place, first of all in this area of tourism we have to understand that this entire information or data is maintained by UNWTO, World Tourism Organization, which specializes as an agency. So in this we have 156 member states. The whole world is divided into six territories. Then we have observers and we have 500 affiliate members. So the statistics, the data, the number of visitors in India and Nigeria or United States or in 156 member state is all compiled by UNWTO. So that data helps us to understand that why tourism is growing in one region and why there is a decline of tourism in another region. So first and the foremost thing we have to understand that this data is by an international agency and the governments provide this data to the international agencies. Now, they want that tourism should be equally promoted, because tourism is something which helps in economic development, in international understanding, peace and prosperity. So they want that Indians should also visit Nigeria, and people from Africa should also visit India. So we should increase the tourism activities. So the data is a reflection, it tells us all about the way tourism can be uniformly distributed across the globe. Then we want to have a sustainable tourism. Sustainability means that whenever we are using any destination for the purpose of tourism, then that destination should be ecologically maintained. Its social, economic environment should be such that it is good for tourism activities and good for the local people also. So there are certain definitions of tourism which you may use it in this subject also and in any other subject also. So it is basically an activity which is of a service trade. For example, if you buy an iPhone, if you buy an Apple laptop, when you buy a Mercedes car, it is a physical asset that you buy. But if I'm going to visit Canada, I want to visit Egypt, it's a service trade. Unless and until I reach Egypt, I reach New Zealand, I visit that place, then only I will get an experience about it. So, what is it? It is a movement of people to countries and places outside their usual environment. So, I can move as a business person also, I can be a tourist, I can be a visitor. So, ultimately, I'm involved in sightseeing, I'm involved in attractions, food, recreation, and enjoying the local area, basically the attractions of this local area. So UNWTO wants ki everybody should move. Everybody should move out of their local area and visit other places. This could be for entertainment, this could be for personal reasons or for professional reasons. So this is what is the core of UNWTO. Now, again, you all are using smart technologies. So, today the role of technology has also increased. So, it is very easy to get the data about tourism. Then you can start up your own business also after doing this program. Because if you really want international visitors, you want to handle global visitors, you can come up with your own enterprises, which is for the job generation. And then you can also build up certain facilities. For example, today we have spa tourism, we have health related tourism activities, we are promoting village tourism. So all these kind of tourism activities will help the local people. So tourism is not just going to Disneyland, this is not tourism, or visiting Niagara Falls. No, no, that is one part of tourism. Or going to Dubai and doing shopping in Dubai malls. Fine, that is urban tourism. That is a tourism which is related with city activities. But UNWTO wants that we should develop villages, we should develop natural areas, wildlife zones, parks, so that the community integration is there. So this is the brief about what is UNWTO, and you can read, you can go to the website of UNWTO also to get more information about it. So basically, why are we studying tourism? We are studying tourism because it contributes to 10% of the global GDP. 1 by 10%, I mean, out of 100, I mean, 10, one job, out of 10 jobs, one job is for tourism. There is an export involved into it. 7% of the world's export is related with tourism. How is it related? If I come to your city, if I come to your village, I will do some shopping. So, for example, Spain is considered to be the best destination for shopping tourism. Now you have Hollywood, which is for film tourism. In Mumbai, we have Bollywood. So we all our Hindi movies are produced there. In southern India, we have Hyderabad. So we have another film studio there. So this helps in the export of goods and services also, and also it helps in the transfer of people, service exports. For example, there are exhibitions, there are events, there are some kind of business meetings. So in that also people move from one place to another. They participate in film festivals, they participate in sports activities. So when I'm going to watch a cricket match, then definitely it's after the match is over, after that event is over, I spend some time there and I do some shopping and other related activities. So what the government will do, the government will collect the data, and that data is then published through the reports of the Ministry of Tourism. So your first chapter in this subject, the subject which I am handling with you is the foreign tourist arrival in India. Now, can you give me definition of who is a foreign tourist? Anyone? Any idea? You have studied already. Yes, please. Yes, who is a foreign
Yes,
tourist? I'm visiting Nigeria. Am I a foreign tourist? Yes. What are the parameters? What are the important factors? Country of origin is one factor. Now, do I need a passport or a visa to visit your country? Please. Have you ever read about visa passport?
So I'm sorry, ma'am. I just went for an errand. So I don't know what.
Okay, so I'm coming to your city. I want to come to Nigeria. So, what are the papers I require? What are the documents I require to visit your? Uh,
Passport. You
yes.
also process a visa, maybe a tourist guide can get a visa for you.
Okay.
Some other documents that maybe I can say obtained. But the major things are visa and also the document like passport.
Okay. So, my now Indian government will issue me the passport, and the Nigerian government will grant me the permission through visa. Now, what is the maximum number of days I can stay in your city or in your country? How many days I can stay? Can I stay lifelong on that visa?
So it depends on the visa you have gotten from the country, and also the is you ask your tourist guide to just listen to require just you inquire from the tourist guide because the tourism must not be less than 24 hours and must not be more than a year from the definition of WTO, World Tourism Organization. So maybe
So, very good. Very nice answer. So, less than 24 hours, if I'm at the Nigerian airport and I don't move out of the airport, I'm not a tourist. My data will not be considered as the data related to tourism. But if, because I'm a transit visitor, I'm going to United States from New Delhi. So I check in at Dubai airport and I stay there for 10 hours. And then I take my next flight to New Jersey. Fair enough. I'm just a transit visitor. I'm not a tourist. But there are some countries like Singapore. If I'm going to change my flight from New Delhi, I'm going to New Jersey again, but I'm going to change my flight at, let's say, Singapore. So they have a facility. In that facility, they have a bus. And if there is a long gap of 8 to 10 hours, then they will take me around to Singapore in that bus, but I'm not permitted to get down on the soil of Singapore. So these are some of the ways in which the data is collected. How many people have checked in the airport? How many of them are transit visitors? what is their country of origin. So Indian government also works like this. Indian government also collects data about the foreign tourist in India, that who all are coming to India, from which country they are coming to India. So first and foremost, we all have experienced COVID. So we are experiencing a global tourism recovery right now. After this COVID issue is over, we are finding that there is a recovery. The global international tourist arrival increased 182% in the first quarter of 2022 in comparison to quarter one of 2021. So this means that after COVID pandemic, there is 182% increase. See, we cannot give you the data of 2023 because right now every government is compiling the data of 2022 only. Europe welcomed four times as many as international arrivals, while in America the arrivals were doubled. The Middle East, Africa, Asia also showed a great growth in terms of the quarter one over quarter in 2021. So, but still, we have not yet reached the optimum level which we had in 2019. So, this is one data which tells us that tourism is very important. Tourism is growing in all the countries of the world, all the continents of the world, and Europe is still considered to be one of the safe destinations. Whereas in America, because there's so many people who wish to visit United States, and their travel restrictions are a little, you know, they have very strict norms in terms of the visit. So these are some of the problems that in India, if I'm applying for a visa to United States, then I have a waiting time of 540 days in New Delhi, 450 days in Hyderabad. They have four offices in India, but I'm not able to get any date for next 1.5 years because the rush to go to America is so high. So global tourism is recovering in the post-pandemic era, but the highest level of recovery right now is in the Europe, followed by US, and all the other regions also are trying to attract the tourists to their own country. So, before we go ahead, these are the points where we collect data. Now, for example, if you want to come to India and you want to visit New Delhi, so obviously you will log into some website, you will call up a travel agent, or you will yourself go and log into the Indian website and apply for a visa. So that itself gives us a data. For example, in one day, 5,000 people are planning to apply for visa to Indian government. So we can calculate that there's a total number of visa that an Indian government or a Nigerian government issues. Then after that, you are supposed to go for your bookings. Now, for example, in Europe, you travel by rail. In America, you travel by rail. But in India, the data indicates that most of the foreign tourists they come by airlines. India has a good seaport, but India sea or the cruises are not so good. So everybody wants to come to India through an airlines. So we get a data from the airlines. We get data from the hotels because all the leading chains are present in across the globe. They have their loyalty programs. They have their own discounts, their schemes. So hotels give us data about the tourist. So first of all, we look at the website, we collect information about the country where we want to visit, then we make bookings, then we travel to that destination. When we travel to the destination, we have so many issues related to initial welcome. For example, currency. Second, vaccination today. Third, do's and don'ts, what you can carry with you. Can you carry some hazardous substance? No, it is not permitted. Can you take your pets when you are flying from one country to another? Yes, it is permitted. So each country has its own norms, which we call it as travel regulation. So if I am coming to Nigeria and I want to take my cat with me or my small pet with me, I have to first check on the Nigerian website. Oh my God, I'm there for 20 days and I'm staying alone. And how will my pet stay without me? So I have to ask the government. Similarly, for example, medical tourism. There are a lot of people who visit different countries for medical treatment. So they need special sitting arrangement, they need an escort, they need some medicines. So all this is journey to the destination. So journey to the destination is not only just packing my suitcase. Now in suitcase also there is a regulation that you cannot carry more than a particular quantity. Some airlines say 60 kgs, some airlines allow you two baggages, few airlines don't allow you any baggage. As such, only one baggage is there. Second baggage, if you want to take, you have to pay extra for that. So all this is journey to the destination. Then I visit Nigeria. Now I have some information about Nigeria. I have read somewhere something. But when I actually reach there, I find that my dress style and your dress style is different. I find that even I speak English, you people speak English, but the way we speak it is very different. What food you eat, what food I eat, there is a difference. So we call this as a cultural shock. Like, okay, I have read about Nigeria. I'm so happy to be there. I want to meet all of you because I have taught you in the class and I'm super excited. But the moment I land up at the airport, there can be differences in terms of the climate, in terms of the language, the structure, the background of the person, religion, the religion that you follow, the religion that I follow, food habits, as well as place to stay. Now you might have made a best arrangement for me to stay in your village or in your town, but I'm not very comfortable because I'm eating your cuisine for the first time. There can be a difference in the taste of milk, there can be a difference in the taste of cold drinks, Coca-Cola, or what pizza you are eating and what pizza I am eating in India. It's going to be all different. So all this is a challenge that a foreign tourist face when he visits another country. So there are challenges related to places to eat, cuisine, because food is related with religion in every culture. So what you eat is your practice, what I eat is my practice. So what happens is many times Indians go to Thailand, they go to China, and then Chinese food system is very different from the Indian food system. So they feel hungry, they are not happy. They like the place, but they're not enjoying the food. So when you will come to India, probably you may have some challenges related to place to eat. Then attractions and amenities. So attractions is you have made a list. Okay, I will be coming to New Delhi, so I will visit these five places. I, as a faculty, wants to visit Nigeria, so I have made a list. But once I will meet you, you will help me out to reframe that list because you are a local person, you are a local guide. So you're going to tell me, ma'am, this is the best place where you must visit. Don't visit X number of places, visit only two places, but you will get an idea about the culture of that place. Then is infrastructure and environment. In every region, you have bad roads, you have crime, we have problems related to connectivity, we have problems related to poverty. So you are going to guide me. Ma'am, this part of Nigeria is good for you. This is not good for you because of the infrastructure and information. Then after my trip is over, then you want me to come back again to Nigeria because I am a economic beneficial resource for you. I came to your country. Had spent my time there. I did shopping. I hired a car. I went along the area. I gave employment to the local tourists. I also, clicked photographs. I posted them on Insta, on Facebook. So everybody was very happy, and I promoted your place. I advertised your place on the social media, and I came up with my reel on the Facebook, and I shared my experiences in my blog. So all this is basically a part of the farewell and the return journey. And after the visit gets over, again we contact our travel agents, we give them a feedback whether our trip was good or not. So all this is a typical visitor or a tourist journey, and everywhere the data is collected. For example, when you stay somewhere, if I'm staying in one of the hotels in Nigeria and I'm on a visa, I'm an Indian resident. So obviously, the hotel will take all the information from which city of India you are, where are you going to visit in Nigeria. Now, God forbid if any crime happens, if the tourist is not well, the tourist is hospitalized in a particular area, again a data is created. That is why in the journey to the destination we have tourism regulation, we have insurance, we have health insurance, we have life insurance, we have all kinds of insurance, because I don't know, maybe your climate and my climate is opposite, so I may fall sick also the moment I reach the destination. Then again, after the pre-COVID, this situation of vaccination is also becoming very important. Many countries wanted vaccination certificates. Now, you just read Syria mein kya hua. You know what has happened in Syria. You know that there is a Russia-Ukraine war. Due to that, all the airlines flights are diverted. Earlier, the direct flight from New Delhi to Washington DC was for only 18 hours. Today it is 27 hours. In certain cases, 23 hours. Why? Because you can't fly over Russia, you can't fly over Ukraine. Syria, the economy is completely devastated because of the recent earthquake. These are some of the problems. I have already made my booking. I have already planned my journey to the destination, but I'm not able to reach the destination. And this happened during the time of COVID also, because each country closed their doors. They said, no, don't come to us. We are having this problem. We don't have vaccination. So people couldn't get refund. They were not able to get their, money back. So, tourism is a very complex and a very difficult activity. It is not so simple that you will just pack your bag and you will visit any country, especially the foreign tourist. So, now can you please tell me, in your country, in Nigeria, from which part, what kind of tourists come? Do you get Indian tourists or you get tourists from some other countries? Any idea? Do you get tourists from any other? Yes, please.
So, from my experiences, because I
Hmm.
used to decide my state, because I'm living in Gombe State, Nigeria. So,
Okay.
even though I see some foreigners, maybe from like Indians, like Chinese people,
Uh-huh.
and some white men that I cannot be able to identify their own country. So I don't know, are they on a tourist or maybe they visited Nigeria just for a business or something like that. So some of them are engineers and they are here for a purpose of work in Nigeria, some maybe. So, but I used to see Indian people like Chinese and other, let's say, foreigners.
Okay, you find Indians there. Okay, can you differentiate between Indians and they're from which part of India? I mean, have you ever interacted with any Indian? Have
No,
you ever
I have not.
spoken? Okay, okay.
I don't know.
Anyone else? Yes, yes. Okay, see, what you have to understand is that every country maintains the data of the foreign tourist. So they carry a survey. Now, Nigerian government will be carrying out a survey about how many people come to Nigeria. We will discuss this tomorrow's class also, because this is my first interaction with you. So I was not very much prepared for Nigeria, but I will take up examples from your country itself that will make it more comfortable for you all to understand that how things move in a particular country. But I'm giving you an example of India. And the example of India indicates that whenever we have tourism related activities, like foreign tourism related activities, we have simplified everything. Prior to this, last 5 years, 6 years, there was a lot of paperwork. Now, across the world, all the websites of the ministries are very, very, very much friendly for the tourists. That is one part of the story. But what is happening is that we are introducing visa on arrival, and we have a list of 187 countries. With that we have signed the agreement. So when you come to India and you land up at any of the international airports of India, it is not essential for you if you are from a country which is under the visa on arrival scheme. So in such a situation, what we find is that we want to promote tourism, so we are giving electronic visas also, and we are also giving visa on arrival. All this data is compiled in India. We have Ministry of Tourism. So the Ministry of Tourism in India works with the central government ministry. It's a central government ministry. It works under the cabinet, the prime minister. He is the head in India as far as the ministries are concerned. And these ministries, now tourism data cannot be compiled only by Ministry of Tourism. We have to understand that tourism, as I shared with you, in Nigeria also, you have to collect data from airlines. You have to collect data from the Ministry of Railways also. You have to collect the data from Ministry of Culture also. So it is not just one ministry. Because see, if you're having an event, if you're having a national festival in Nigeria, and you want to uh, calculate the number of people who attended that festival, you will divide them into two categories. The people who are domestic tourists, that means those who are from your country, from Nigeria, who are attending the event, and the second one will be the international tourist. So, for example, we have in our syllabus one place known as Khajuraho. Now, it may be difficult for you to pronounce, but we have a dance festival there. Now, that dance festival is more popular among foreign tourists compared to global tourists, or sorry, domestic tourists. So, the data is compiled from the hotels, the data is compiled from the airlines, and we take that data from the Ministry of External Affairs also, and we put the data together. That data will tell us how much tourism is growing in India, what are the areas we need to change in terms of tourism activities. So this is the I'm sharing you some data. The data is related with inbound. See, actually, the I have to follow the syllabus. You all also have to follow the syllabus. You also have to follow your the study material of the IGNO. So the first chapter, the first unit of your course is foreign tourist in India. And in that answer, if you want to attempt that answer, you have to give some data. And that data is by the Ministry of Tourism. It is compiled by the Ministry of Tourism. I will share that data with you. That we find that Indian tourism, foreign tourist arrival in India has prior to pandemic, it was around 10.93 million tourists coming to India. But then you know that we had pandemic, we had so many travel regulations and restrictions across the country. So as a result of it, there is slight decline in the tourism activity. So first data that we compile is that over last 10 years in Nigeria, whether tourism increased or decreased post pandemic, is there a revival of tourism activity? But generally 10 to 12 million tourists used to visit India till 2019, but the number has reduced significantly. It has come down to only 1.52 million. So you can see the data from this data that in 2019, 10.93 million tourists were in India, but in 2021 it is only 1.52 because we had immense wave of COVID, and we had this international global war crisis also that is going on. Now, the second the data is about the month-wise arrival. Now, in India, I don't know about Nigeria, that you have to tell me. In India, the best season to visit India is January and February. Can anyone tell me what might be the reasons why we have maximum number of people coming in January, February, March, or in your country? Please name. Uh, Please name the month where you get maximum global tourist. Any observations?
So, ma'am, like
Yes, yes.
we used to have in Nigeria. So I
You,
think according to able to access the statistic of Nigerian tourism sector,
yeah,
and
just
I
yes. Okay.
you know
But suppose you have
I
to suggest me. You have to suggest me, ma'am, decide your plan. So which month you are going to suggest to me? That is what I want to know.
maybe I will suggest the month of June, maybe because
Okay.
we are going to be we used to have in June like Eid al-Fitr, like the Muslims, the majority of Nigerians are Muslims, so
Hmm.
have some, enjoy some happiest moment after the Ramadan. So maybe you can,
Okay. See, it's so
uh,
interesting. Okay. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, why in India January, February is because of Indian weather condition. June, India is having a monsoon climate. So, the weather is very, very hot. So, when it's hot weather, it's not a pleasant weather. So, we get maximum number of tourists from United Kingdom, United States, Canada. So, they don't prefer to come in summers. In June we have summer as a factor. See, it's so interesting. In June we have very less number of tourists. If you look at this graph, you will find that June is the lowest. May and June is the lowest, and after that, in December, November, and January, and it increases. The tourism increases. Why? Because most of the India experiences moderate winter. We don't have very heavy snowfall except for certain regions. We don't have very heavy snowfall. So people travel to southern India, they travel to different parts of India, western part of India, North India. We have snowfall, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, which is on the higher altitude. Otherwise, it is a pleasant weather. It is a good weather for everyone to visit. So that is why the data indicates that the maximum popular months for the tourist arrivals in India is during January, and June the number drops, it comes down. This is what the trend indicates as far as India is concerned. Purpose of visit, why people come to India? Maximum number of people, first and foremost, it is mentioned as Indian diaspora. That means people who are non who are residents of India but who have taken citizenship of other countries. So if I am a green card holder, if I am a Canadian citizen, but my birthplace is India, so 37% of the Indians who are settled abroad, they come to India to meet their friends, their relatives, for wedding, for birthdays, for any social ritual. So maximum number of people who come to India are for family related activities. Then we have 12% and 19%. That is another big block. 19% is medical tourism. Now, what is medical tourism? Anyone is aware about it? What is medical tourism?
So I don't know if I can say this, but a medical tourism is just like tourists should just find a visa for just a medical trip. Maybe his country is having a poor medical facility,
Hmm.
so he's aware that India is among the best countries for medical trips. So he can just suggest to go to India to take his treatment there. Maybe.
Yes. Yes. So it is so interesting. See, if I'm having a toothache, if I'm having some problem with my teeth, if I and I am staying in Canada, the cost of dental treatment is highest in Canada, because dental treatment, my teeth is associated with different organs of my body. So if I am a Canadian citizen and I'm getting a deal in India, a package in India for medical tourism, where my cost of travel, my air, travel cost, my hotel stay cost, my dental treatment cost is all covered. As far as the dollars are concerned, I mean, if I have to spend, let's say, $10,000 in Canada, and with that same amount, I can travel to India also and get my treatment done in $8,000. It is much more convenient and it is much more easy. So, for non serious kind of diseases like dental treatment or some joint pains or some kind of diseases where not heavy risk is involved. Now, if it is a heart transplantation, then unless and until I really trust the doctor, then only I will go to some other country. But India is coming up as a big way as a destination where for small skin related problems, joint related problems, dental problems, eye related problem, ear related problem, people want to travel to India. Why? Cost of treatment is low, they are in London. They are in touch with an Indian doctor in London. The Indian doctor has got a tie up with a hospital in New Delhi or in Mumbai. So the Indian doctor will make all the arrangements for them. The hospital will have a travel desk in India. The hospital will provide you all the facilities for your ticket, for your stay, for the person who is accompanying, because one will be the patient, but the second one will be the person who is with them. Suppose if the husband is having a problem, the wife will travel because it is medical tourism. So always two people will be involved, two to three people. So the cost of the treatment is low, the doctors are good, you can travel to some other country. So that is medical tourism. Then business, of course, you know that your country has got tie-ups with China, with India. So people come to your country for business purposes, and others could be many. Others could be photography. I want to experience the wildlife of your area. I want to interact with the tribals of Nigeria, for example. I'm doing a study on the tribal cuisine of Nigeria, so I want to visit your country. So these are some of the purposes. But in India, the maximum number of tourism that we are generating right now is through medical tourism, then business tourism. And because India is more culture oriented country, so leisure is less. I mean, if I want to have leisure, then probably I can go to beaches of Australia rather than beaches of Kerala. So leisure is less, medical is more. Meeting friends, family is one of the reasons why NRIs and Indians settled abroad come to India. So this is a data about India because in the course it is mentioned about India only, and these are some of the ports. Now, have you ever heard about any Indian city? Can you name few Indian cities?
Of
Can you
course,
name?
ma'am.
Okay,
Some
name some of them.
Indian names like Mumbai, Hyderabad, New Delhi, and Rajasthan, and
Hmm.
some from
Okay.
there.
So, my suggestion to you is that after this class, please download a map of India, because in this subject that I am teaching you, it is all India, India only. So, it is essential for you. I will share with you in the upcoming classes some video links also, that how many states are there in India. Like, for example, Hyderabad. What is the geographical location of Hyderabad? We should know in the map of India, we should know where Bangalore is. What is the difference between Bangalore and Chennai and Cochin and Calcutta? But Indira Gandhi International Airport, that is the IGI airport in New Delhi, handles the maximum number of air traffic in India. So this is the airport which is connected by all the major airlines. And then you have the Chennai airport, that is in the south. Then we have a land check post, which is related with the security aspects, because the normal airports are not associated with military operations. We have Kolkata airport. So maybe in the next class, I will share with you the map of India, and I'll try to explain to you that in India, we have so much of the airport and infrastructure development. So from the examination point of view, you can remember only two airports. That is fair enough, that we have the Delhi airport and we have the Chennai airport that handles the maximum number of traffic as far as the tourist is concerned. Then after that, we have the top countries from where we get tourists. So we get tourists in India basically from United States. Then we get tourists from Bangladesh. We get tourists from United Kingdoms, from Canada, from Nepal. So these are the countries. The data indicates that during 2021, these were the countries who were actively involved, and the nationals, the people of these countries, they came to India. Now, in your country, you have to find out your data, from which country you get the maximum number. But we don't get many tourists from China. Though we are very close to China, we don't get many tourists from China. We don't get tourists from Pakistan. We don't get tourists much from your country, or from from Africa. We don't get tourists from Latin America. We don't get tourists from Middle East. We Our tourism activities are only focused on 5 to 7 big nations, and in that we have United States, Bangladesh, United Kingdoms, and Canada. Afghanistan we do have, but rest of it is less number, because there are so many attractions in the world. We are not the only country. The A tourist, when he's planning an international or a global itinerary, he selects the country according to his choice. So we just get maximum number of tourists from the United States, Bangladesh, United Kingdoms, and Canada. So from this part of the world, we don't get many Japanese tourists, though the trend is increasing. I'm sorry, though the trend is increasing, but we are not getting many of the Japanese tourists as far as tourism is concerned. Just give me a 1 minute. Okay, now let me move to the next one.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, please. Hmm.
Can I be excused for noting of distance? I will be back, please.
Hmm. Yes, please. What happened? Can you repeat? Yes, Kipir, what do you want to share? You, you want to leave the class? Okay, I'll continue. I think there is some network issue. Okay, what is e-visa? I shared with you. I hope you are you aware about this concept of e-visa? Anyone else in the class? Hamza, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, have you heard about e-visa?
No.
Okay. Anyone else in the class? Uh, Anyone else? Okay. Sagir, am I audible to you? Okay, what is e-visa? I'll tell you. When you don't have to go for a paper-based visa activity, it's a visa where you apply online and you get all the permissions online to visit a country. Have you ever applied for visa anywhere? Anyone in the class? Okay, Abdullah, you are there with us? May I have your response, please? So we get 59% of the 40% of the female travelers as far as the data in India is concerned when we go ahead with the statistical analysis of the tourist data in India. Age group. What is the age group generally you have observed in your country? Can I have some response? Anyone in the class would like to speak? What is your age group? Yes, Bashir, can you tell me something? Do you get very young people in Nigeria as travelers, or you find very old people coming to Nigeria? Just give me your feedback, please. Don't feel shy. We are all part of the program. It's a learning process. So if you look at this slide, what this slide is trying to indicate, this slide is trying to indicate that 21% of the travelers in India are in the age group of 45 to 54 years of age. So in India, we get people who are very mature. We don't get very many youngsters in India as tourists. The people, those who are in the higher age group, they prefer to come to India. We have a good number of people from the age group of 35 to 44 who visit this country from different regions, as I shared with you, that they visit India from United Kingdoms, from France, from Bangladesh, as well as from Canada. So these are the places from where they visit, and mostly they are from a mature age group. That is the data. And let me now move to domestic tourism. Okay. Well, I'll just, before I proceed, can you name two important places in Nigeria which are very popular for tourism? Can you name any two places, or you can use a chat box if you are not happy with, yes, any two places? Yes, Hamza?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There is Yankari Game Reserve.
Okay, very good. What is so special about your reserve? What is so
You
special?
said
Why should I visit? Yes, why is it famous?
because there are a lot of things. If you go there, you can explore.
Okay. So, what is the best season, best month to explore?
It is December.
December. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a river also which is very popular? Any
Apart from
riverside? Yes, yes, please.
yes, please come again, ma.
Any river, mountain which is popular? I'm using a chat box.
No, I don't know honestly.
We don't know. Okay, no issues,
Yeah.
no problem. So you said December. Okay, when is your holiday season? School holiday?
Yes.
Which month? Which month you have school holidays?
We have in December,
Hmm. Very good.
uh,
Okay.
February,
February. Okay.
and April.
Oh my God. So you have domestic tourism in December, February, and April. See, we have to understand that tourism is related with holiday. When every one of us will get holiday, then only domestic tourism will increase. International tourism is based on season, it is based on discount, it is based on airlines, ticket availability. But when I am in Nigeria, I would like to visit the local places, visit those places whenever there is free time. When I'm not attending my office or I'm not attending my college and I want to go move around. I want to move from one place to another. So domestic tourism in India. Now I will share with you some of the trends. This is your second unit. This is your second chapter in the course. And what we have seen, that is why I will want you to please understand. I will try my best in this limited time to give you an idea about the different states of India, because for you it is a new play, it's a new uh, vocabulary. But in India we have a state, we have divided ourselves into small small states. So we have a state in India which is known as Tamil Nadu. If you can remember, it is fine. If you cannot remember, leave it. So Tamil Nadu is the state in India which is in the southern part of India, and that has a maximum number of tourists. Everybody who wants to come to India, especially the domestic tourists who wish to travel to India, they travel to Tamil Nadu. Then we have one state in India which is known as Uttar Pradesh, and the third state in India, Madhya Pradesh. All these names are new to you. You have not probably read about it, but these are the three states who attract maximum number of tourists. Whenever we have holiday season, we have holiday season in India in the month of December and in the month of May and June. So most of the domestic tourism takes place in this type, in this season, and we have wedding season also in India. During the weddings, whenever there is any marriage or wedding, people travel from one town to another. So these are the three places in India, the three states in India where you have Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh as the top ones. And the government is investing a lot for the growth of tourism in this country, and they are coming up with a lot of highways, they're coming up with a lot of railways, infrastructure, airports. So all these are coming up in a big way so that the tourism is uh, in a big way. And there are some uh, campaigns. Those campaigns are in Hindi, like Bharat Dekho, Swadesh Darshan. We understand that you cannot learn those Hindi campaigns, but I'm just giving you an idea that the government is planning to invest a lot in terms of the tourism, and everybody is visiting. Like we have Taj Mahal, it is the most popular monument. Taj Mahal is near New Delhi. New Delhi has got two attractions, Red Fort and Qutub Minar. Uh, Uttar Pradesh has emerged in the recent data up till 2019 as one of the top gainers for tourism activity. So in India, we travel a lot. We don't stick to one place only. We have a system, we have a culture where we travel from one place to another, so to boost domestic tourism in the country. So government is uh, making lot of efforts so that people travel from one place to another. Now this is some of the factors, but Indians travel only for fun, leisure. They want 95% of the Indians. They travel because it's a holiday time. Many times we have weekend holiday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Indians love to go for leisure activities. Then they also go for health and medical reasons. They also travel for a pilgrimage. Now, how many of you have heard about Hajj? You are all followers of Muslim religion. So, can you tell me something? Where is Makkah and Medina situated? Can you tell me something about your religious belief system?
Yes, ma, like what?
Yes, yes, please tell us
About what?
about important religious places. Religious
In
places
the
of in Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes, there is some holy places that we Muslim do visit,
Hmm.
uh, like the national mosques.
Okay.
There are some historical places
Very good feedback. So, India, uh, we have all religious places. We have Islamic religious places. We have big mosques like Jama Masjid. We have Christian religious places in India. We have Hindu religious places in India. We have Parsi religious places in India. So domestic tourism in India is when it we talk about religious places, we have people visiting Sufis. We have Dargah in India. We have some very good, big, huge churches in India in Goa. So it is not that if I am a Hindu or I am a follower of Islam, I even visit churches of Goa. So we have so many places. So Indians, first of all, they visit for leisure holiday. Whenever there is a holiday, you will find Indians traveling. You will find Indians traveling for health and medical reasons. Indians are also involved in religious places and they visit religious places of different religion. Indians travel for business purposes and they also travel for shopping, because in India we have so many handicrafts. We have a chapter on this about arts and craft of India. So in that arts and craft of India, in every state we have some good, great people who do craft work. In your country also you might be having it, handmade handicraft work. So people travel for shopping of those activities also. So this is the basically the role of the visitors as far as their travel trends are concerned in India, and how they spend their money. How they spend their money is basically they spend their money on all good activities. For example, they do a lot of shopping. In India, we have a culture whenever, wherever we go, we have very good credit card facilities. We have very good ATMs in India. We have very good, e-payment facilities. So shopping, package tours, as well as, sports activities. Whenever we have any cricket match or a football match, Indians love to travel to that place. If the match is within India, they get the tickets book and they generally want to spend time with the family. So we are Asians. Asians wants to spend time with the family. So our trip is generally not solo in India. Whereas you will find Europeans traveling solo, Indians don't travel solo, they will travel with their entire family. And when they will travel with their entire family, they will spend good amount of money on accommodation. They will purchase a package tour from the travel agent. They will good use good transport facilities because they are traveling with everyone. They are traveling with their family. So this is what is the purpose of holiday recreation and tourism in India. So, this was an overview of the first two units. Any questions that you have, please let me know. Anything that you want to clarify? Any
Hi,
doubts? Yes,
yes,
please. Yes.
my name is Bashir. Despite I haven't attended the lecture online, which is a bad experience of service that I enjoyed today. Um, about the domestic tourism you talked about, I thought the domestic tourism you're talking about is all about like wandering or traveling from one town to another town. So I heard that you add so many things in it. That's what I'm trying to, know about. Thank you.
Uh, What do you want to know? Yes, you're correct that domestic tourism is from one town to another in the same country. What is your doubt? What is your question, please?
My doubt is that domestic tourism is differ from the rest of or from other country. Like in Nigeria, when we say domestic tourism, there is town called Kaduna, there is town called Kano, Katsina. All these are geographical towns. So you can only travel from this town to another. But in India, as I understood, you say
Ah,
that you go that you perform that tourism to attend support or
yes,
activities or leisure
yes.
or that's what confuses me a little bit. So I need more elaboration about it.
Right. Okay. See, first of all, please try to understand that India is the most populous, one of the most populous country in the world. I'll stop my presentation. Then only I will move to the next unit. Just give me a minute. See, we have to understand the profile of the tourists in India. We have to understand a little bit about India. The first is that population of India is huge. After China, India is the second most populated country in the world. That is one part. Second is that India is geographically not as big as United States. Like in United States, if you look at the map of US, it has got 50 states and it is huge in terms of its geographical size. India's geographical size is not very big. So when you find a place where the number of people are more and the places to travel are the geographical limits are not very wide. So what happens is that people keep traveling from one place to another. Permission to go from one state to another. Washington. I need more permits, I need more permissions to travel. India, it is not like this. From one country to another, one state to another state, I can easily travel. I am in New Delhi. You are in Nigeria. This activity is initiated by a center which is in the east part of India. But if I want to visit Bhubaneswar, if I want to visit the study center, I don't need permits and permissions. So, one point that you have to understand, we have to understand from the Indian domestic tourism point of view is the number of people are increasing, population explosion is there. Second, geographically, India is not very big in terms of places like United States. Third, we don't have travel restrictions within India. Anyone can go anywhere. Fourth, we have very good religious harmony. If I am in, I'm a Islamic person, but I want to visit a church, nobody will stop me in India. The churches of Goa are the most popular churches of the world. So there is no problem. I can go to any fort, I can go to any monument which is under the Ministry of the Culture, irrespective of the religion. I can go to a mosque if it is under the Archaeological Survey of India and I can visit that place because government is maintaining that place. So there is no confusion. The point is it is free travel within India. I don't need to carry my passport if I'm traveling from one place to another. This is one point. The second point is in India, we have some industrial areas that the government has developed. So, what has happened is that if I am a business person, I have invested in Eastern India, but I belong to Northern India. So, I travel within the country to meet my friends and relatives. So it's a simple exercise. We don't require permissions as Indians. We don't require permits. The cost of travel is not very high. People use transport, like people use buses. The fare is not very high. Domestic tourists use some good railway systems. But railway systems also poor people can travel. People who are very cheap. It is very easy to travel in India. That is why religious, there is no restriction from one state to another state. No paperwork is required. cost of travel is such which every average people, even people who are not very wealthy, can bear. And there are so many places to visit. There are thousands and thousands of small attractions in every area. So, because of these reasons, domestic tourism increases in India. And last point is climate, season. India, we don't have many problems except during rainy season or winters. Only 2-3 months in India are difficult. When if I have to go to a hill station, I probably will avoid in December and January because of the heavy snowfall, or in July and August due to rains. Otherwise, it's fine in India. I mean, you can travel to any number of destinations. 8 to 9 months, all the places, all the destinations in India can be visited. So this is a very positive, development that you can visit throughout the year. You can visit at cheap cost. You have so many options available. The government will not ask you why are you going from one state to another state. And the cost of the hotels, the cost of food which you get on the streets is not very high. It's not very expensive. So average Indian plans its trip in a easy manner. And then last point is friends and relatives. In India, we have very strong bond with our family. We like our family, we love our family, we have extended families, we have joint families, we have cultural so accommodation is taken care of in India. Largest number of domestic tourists prefer to go for visiting friends and relatives. See, you are my friend. If I come to Nigeria, you may offer me your space. You may say, ma'am, why do you want to spend money on the hotel? Come and stay and have food with us. And then, whenever you want to have some special dish, then we will go out and then we will have some good food outside, but rest of the expenses are taken care by the friends and relatives also. So I hope I have clarified your doubt why domestic tourism increases in India. It's increasing and is one of the engines for the economic growth of India. Am I clear now?
Yes, you are,
Yeah.
Ma. But I think the formality that citizen of India follow is different from that in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's it. I got you right.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you, thank you.
You're
So now I will take up the next topic because we have 4 units to be completed. I'll try my best to finish it off. But I still request your participation in that because in this chapter, which I'm going to share with you, I need some more inputs from your side, which is guest host relationship. This is a very, very important topic, guest host relationship. Uh, how is it important in terms of the tourism activity is very much relevant for us. Now, guest host relationship. When I am a guest at your destination and you are organizing a festival, see, please try and analyze it from the economics point of view. If you have a grand festival in Nigeria, in one of the towns of Nigeria, and I come and I participate in that festival, I am your guest, you are my host. Now, when you are my host, what is your job? What is your responsibility? So, first and foremost is
okay.
as a host. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Mohammed, you have
Okay.
also
Assuming
joined.
you're my
Yes.
guest,
What?
Ma. Yeah. Ma, you say assuming you are my guest,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, I'm your guest. What is
I
your
am your
responsibility
host.
towards me?
but I invited you
Hmm.
to crash to a party or festival from India,
Hmm.
right? So since
Yes.
since the invitations come to you from Nigeria, I know there is certain
Hmm.
preferential treatment I will have to offer for you, just like proper accommodation, like food, and other thing that will satisfy your need, and you will never complain until you leave Nigeria when the party is over. So I will do as much as I can
Excellent.
to that.
Very good. Thank you so much. So, what is it you're working for your my tourist
Well,
satisfaction? You
I
want
think
that as
from
a
your
tourist, I feel so happy about it. Isn't it? Mm, isn't it? But what is my responsibility as a tourist when I come to Nigeria? You know what happened? You are so good. You have provided me very good food. You have given me good accommodation. You have prepared a good transportation facility for me. What is my role? My role is, what is the role of the guest in a guest host relationship? What should the guest do?
guest
What is his responsibility?
guess it depend what you come to in what you come to do in my country and what I was
Okay.
hosting you to. It depend. Maybe you come for business, you come for that party that's invited you. Maybe you come for study. It depend whatever role like.
Very good. So, as a host, you are giving me all the facilities, you're providing me security, you are going to give me good food, you will provide me good information. That is your role as a
Yes,
guest.
to the best
But
of
as
my
a host,
ability.
but as a guest, what is my job? Yes. But as a guest, I should also respect your customs. I should respect your culture. I should not pollute your local landscape. I should follow the rules of your country.
Okay, ma. Okay,
I
okay,
must,
okay. You put me on the line. You put me on the line. Okay, as a guest, your responsibility. You just want to know that.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right. As my guest,
so,
so you
yes,
should, you will, you will tolerate. You,
as a
yeah.
guest,
You,
yes,
you
yes,
must
yes.
bear
Continue.
all type of custom, tradition, culture,
Mm,
culture, and whatever that come new to you, you will bear it until you leave
yes.
my country.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am coming to your country. I must respect your national flag. I must respect your national
yeah,
holiday. I
yes,
must follow your norms. I
definitely,
must
definitely,
I must follow your dress style,
definitely.
isn't
Wearing,
it? If
yeah,
I'm going to a mosque, our ladies, I have to follow the mosque norms,
yes, yes, it
isn't
is.
it?
All, all.
Isn't it? So this is what,
This is all you're
yes,
supposed to
yes,
respect. That's all.
yes.
Even your
So
address,
in
I
it,
will change it.
yes, very nice. So guest host relationship. The relationship is of equal. If you are providing me accommodation, goods, services, facilities as a guest, it is known as responsible tourism. Responsible tourism is based on the pillars, certain pillars, and those pillars are that we have to take care of each other's, we have to take care of the integrity, we have to take care of the international code. If I am from Asia and I'm visiting Africa, I should be very careful because market selectivity. What kind of a country I am going, sorry, product diversity, what kind of a destination product I will select. Will I go to a wildlife sanctuary? I will go to a mosque. For example, in Mosque of Dubai, if I want to go in Dubai, I have to change my entire dress. I have to take a dress outside the mosque from a counter, wear that dress, and then only I can enter a mosque in Dubai. So it has to be based on the product diversity. Tourists should be happy. Local people should be happy. Local people should benefit from the various, initiatives of the tourist. Because local people, I'm going to do shopping from the local people only. I'm going to buy goods from the local people. I will eat food in a local restaurant. So these are some of the principles that govern the guest and the host perspective, conservation of resources, proper planning. So these are some of the principles as far as the guest host relationship is concerned. Kindly download your study material. And what is it? Why it is important? Because you people, if or in India, if you come to India or I come to your country, local people should be happy. Local people should enjoy, they should like the international or the global tourist at their destination. They should provide the housing. They should also understand that there will be change in their lifestyle, because when people from other countries will come to your city, you will open up new outlets. Like in India, we have a lot of Chinese food outlets in India. Chinese food is not our food, but we eat that food because of the influence of China. So there is an effect on the local people when there is a tourism related activity. And this guest host relationship should be focused on three aspects. Local people should be happy, that is the society. I, as a guest, I will participate in all your rituals. I will participate in all your traditions. I will also participate in your national ceremonies. I will also keep your environment clean. I would, as a guest, it is essential for me to maintain the standards and the law of the place, as well as I should have an ability to contribute to the economy of that place. That means I should provide employment to the people around. So the principle of guest host relationship is a principle which is based on equal trust, mutual respect for each other, as well as based on the environment also. So if you look at this picture, you will find that this is a building. This building is very old. It's not properly painted also. And you have few areas where, you even find some wildlife, cattle, and the shops and everything. Now, you can't compare this destination with a destination like California or Sydney. So when I am selecting a place, I have to be very clear. If I am visiting this place, if I'm visiting this place, then I should be clear in my mind that the kind of welcome that I will get will be different from a welcome that I will get in Sydney. Because Sydney is designed in a different way. New York is designed in a different way, and an Asian building or an Asian community it behaves in a different way. So when I am a global tourist, I have to respect these local people also. I have to pay attention to their culture and their norms. So with this, we understand that both guest and host are responsible for all kind of tourism activities. So whether you're going for sightseeing, you want to have local cuisine, you want to go for some farm related activity, wherever you are going, you're meeting local people only. And when you are meeting local people, then you have to respect them. You have to follow their cultural norms. So this is the essence of guest host relationship. Any observations from your side? Anything that you want me to share again? Are you comfortable with the way I'm proceeding? Are you okay?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Now, just in 5 minutes, any one of you give me few points related to Nigerian society. because the next topic is a very simple topic. It's not at all tough, but it is related with sociology and anthropology of tourism. So, have you? Can you tell me something about Nigerian society? How it works? Okay. What is the gender composition? Do you have more male or less females in your society? Any idea?
Oh, so do you want to know about Nigerian society, how they treat
Yes.
tourists or
Yes.
travelers, whatever?
Hmm.
What do you want us
Hmm.
to tell about Nigeria?
Ha, I will tell you, I will give you a few pointers. First of all, tell me your religious composition. Which religion do you follow in Nigeria? And
Religion.
what is your religious
Yes,
composition?
yes,
Hmm?
yes, there's different religious composition in Nigeria, but the main religion which takes the majority is the two, like
Hmm.
Islamic religion,
Hmm.
Christianity,
Hmm.
paganism.
Hmm.
There is a lot of religion because we have different tribes in Nigeria, so there is many places I have not visited. That's why I don't know the type of religion they are practicing. I can only tell you these three that I have mentioned. So all they depend. It depends on how they practice their worship. Apart from the religion and the cultures, what next do you want to know about
What
Nigeria?
is, do you have more females or male, female gender ratio? What is the gender ratio?
Yeah. We have more female gender than male gender. Well, simply because of that, Nigeria has been blessed with whenever, for example, you had there is birth, you will hear that female. It was a female gender were get born, and most of the people that were killed you somehow heard that most of them were male. Maybe they are traveling in bus. Majority of them were male. So you see that if the accident took place, the majority that lost their life were male. That's why we have a more female-led society.
So we have a new student also. Thank you so much, Bashir. Are you also from Nigeria? Seer,
Yes,
how do
yes. Of course, I'm true
I?
citizen of Nigeria. I never visit to any country other than Nigeria, but but I forgot. I once visited to Niger Republic. That's the only country I ever traveled in my whole life.
Okay, okay. Now, anyone else? Has anybody read about this word sociology? What is sociology all about? Social
You say what?
interaction.
My social
Social.
interaction?
Okay. So please tell me what problems I may face if I come to Nigeria from the social point of view.
I can say really there's so many problems you can face, but as result, maybe to have me as your student, I can show you how to relate with my people. Like there is a problem of your accent, though you speak fluent English. So there is problem of accent. There is problem of your race. So I could change your whole entire dress to look like my native,
Okay. Okay.
and I will teach you, and I will teach you how to eat our local food, and I will teach you
Okay.
how to interact with my people in my community, and other
Yeah.
thing, whatever that you will face challenge, I know it. I will definitely show you how to do it.
Okay, thank you
What?
so much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay.
So this chapter, that's so nice of you. You will change me completely. Okay. I will look like a Nigerian. See, this is so
Yeah,
good.
It's the
This
same
is
as me when I visited to India.
okay. So, okay, I'll ask you in, we have 1 week class. So in that class, I will ask you. Today was my first class with you. So
Yeah, it
sociology.
is.
Yes, when I'm visiting Nigeria or you're visiting India, we should understand each other's social thought process. We should understand how society behaves. So do you have parents living with you or you live alone? What kind of a social setup you have?
Me, yes, I have fair living. I'm still living under welfare because I was roughly, 28, 28
Hmm.
or to roughly make it 30. I'm still living
Okay.
under welfare. I have a family with me.
Hmm.
So I will soon be
Hmm.
engaged to to start my own family unit. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
still under my parent control.
Okay. So, so nice to know that we have a similar cultural ties in India also. Till the children get married, they live with their parents, and some of them even live after their marriage also, and some of them live separately. So, let me
Really.
just now give you an overview. What have we done today? Now, how many of you have gone through the IGNOU study material? Have you gone through the books which were given to you? Have you ever accessed those books?
Yes, yes. Before we started, w-
Okay.
well, I have never go through your
Have
book.
you downloaded the books? Have you
But
downloaded the books? Uh,
yes, I have. I have. I have.
okay.
Someone sent it in the WhatsApp group, and we
Ah,
downloaded it, but we haven't started reading it.
okay. So I will just quickly give you an overview in the last 15 minutes what we have
Okay.
done today. What we have done today is this is our first unit. As you know that in IGNOU we call the chapters as units. So in the first unit we have discussed about the profiling of foreign tourists. That whenever a tourist visit any country in the world, then the UNWTO, with the help of the Ministry of Tourism, they put the data together, and the data which is given in your books is slightly old. So I request you can refer to the website. So they have mentioned all the points that whenever we are profiling the tourist, we say whether the tourist is uh, a manager or tourist is a professional or he or she is a housewife, whether they are married or unmarried, they are single. So this was one chapter that we had studied. And then we, as I shared with you, this is a old data, but the latest data is almost the same, that the country of residence, and I shared and I discussed with you that in India we get maximum number of tourists from America, then we get from Bangladesh, then United Kingdoms and Canada. So country of residence, this was one part. Then after that, the age group, as I shared with you, now the age group almost remains the same. We get maximum number of tourists in India from the age group of 35 to 44 and 45 to 54. We don't get young people in India. Then purpose of visit is basically why they're coming to India. Sorry, just give me a minute. Why they're coming to India? They're coming to India for holiday, for visiting friends, and the data remains the same because most of the NRIs or the people who are living outside India, they come to India. Then they are mostly government servants who are coming to India, business people, scientists, and we have repeat travel in India. Like people visit 3 times, 7 times, 4 times. So the frequency of the visit is also there. So this was your first chapter, and this is an old data, so please don't refer to these old datas. You can just go to the UNWTO site, but the first chapter is related with profiling of foreign tourists, why foreign tourists come to India. This PPT also I will, with the permission, I will share it with you so that you will get the latest information about profiling of foreign tourists. So this was the first chapter that we had studied today. The second chapter that we had studied today was about domestic tourist in India. So I was sharing with you that domestic tourism in India is become is very very important because it is the employment generator for this country. It is the activity which gives a lot of people jobs. So when you get jobs from tourism, so we have the profile of the domestic tourist, and I shared with you that there are some states in India. Now I understand, we all understand that for you it is very difficult to remember the names because all the names will be new to you. But just quickly go through that. What is the trend? And the trend that I had shared with you is also the same, that we have a lot of people in the age group of 30 to 55 in India who travel a lot. They travel for the purpose of leisure, business, and pilgrimage. Most of them are in the business, followed by profession and service. And then region wise, state wise, this you can omit because it is very difficult for you to remember all the states of India. Whatever you can remember, please remember that. So, this is about domestic tourism in India. So, this chapter, this unit, the second unit was all about domestic tourism in India. So, my suggestion to you is to go through this after this class, because tomorrow again we have a class. So, you can read it and you can go through and come up with your doubts. Then, the third chapter that we discussed today was related with guest host relationship. So, very beautifully you have explained, Bashir, that if you are a host, you will do everything to make me comfortable. You will make me comfortable. You will, in fact, change my way of dress style also. You will help me to enjoy the cuisine of Nigeria. So, guest host relationship. And this relationship is based on the economic aspects, it is based on the aspects related with interaction with the guests and the host. And in this chapter, what is most important for you is to read this, that what is the expectation of the host and what is the expectation of the guest. So, if I am coming to your country, you want income, you want employment, you want good consumer standard goods, because when travel will increase, your living standards will increase. You want to talk to me, so that is social interaction. You want respect for your culture. You want to have a pride in your community. You want to live within the community. And as a guest, if I'm your guest, I look forward to good places in Nigeria. I look forward to good transportation in Nigeria. I want to look forward to safety and security because this is a very important tourism component. I'm interested in value for money. I have decided to come to your place because I feel that it is going to be great for me to visit Nigeria, and I want to understand your rituals. So that is cultural expectation. So for this chapter, on guest host relationship, you have to focus on the host expectations and the guest expectations. My suggestion is you can make a notepad, you can keep some pen paper with you. With that pen paper you can write down whatever I am trying to share with you, and please focus on these points only. And you can give examples of Nigeria and India related to these points. So, this was our third chapter where we had to focus on the guest host relationship. That guest has its own set of expectations. It is the chapters are very long, so if you get time to read, it's fine. But otherwise, you should always. We have this 3.7, which is the last component, which is let us sum up and ignore. So this paragraph, the let us sum up, gives us an idea about the entire chapter. So if you are finding it any difficulty, we have check in your progress. We have some questions. So when you answer these questions, which are there in the study material, your books, you will be able to understand your books very nicely. So you can check your progress. The check your progress answers are already given in the end, so you will give the answer also. You don't have to ask us. So every chapter is written in such a way that we have some questions inbuilt. If you write the answer of those questions, your chapter will be automatically prepared and you will not have any doubts. And the answers for the check of the progress is already given in the end, which is in the end of the uh, 3.8 answers to check your progress. So this was the third chapter that we had studied, and the last chapter is related with anthropology of tourism, that I will just give you in brief, because anthropology and sociology, if you look at the past question papers, anthropology and sociology. So I have discussed with you what is sociology. Sociology is understanding social norms. Now, one last point is left. What is anthropology? Have you ever thought about it? Why you are different from Asians? Why Asians are different from Americans? What is anthropology? Sociology is social norms, rituals, traditions, lifestyle, cuisine, social events like marriage and family. But what is anthropology? Anthropology is, you have so many tribes in Nigeria. So, how are they different from you? How are they different? Why they don't interact with you?
Uh, uh, Excuse me.
Hmm.
You
Yes.
say we have different tribes, different culture in
Hmm.
Nigeria. How they are different
Hmm.
with one another,
Hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I think they are because we call this is nature. Those they are those they are different from my culture because our language is different, our
Yes.
tradition is different,
Very
social
good.
norms are different.
Hmm.
There is many languages in Nigeria which which this tribe speak that, this tribe speak this, but the official language in Nigeria is English. You can communicate with thousands of tribes in English, but when it go back to native languages, no one will understand one's languages. This one is another
Thank
different.
you. Thank you. So, anthropology means color of skin, uh, the size of head, height of of a particular race, as well as the total structure, the body structure. So, when we visit Russia, we find people are very tall. When we interact with the tribes, they speak a different language. They have a different food. They are in Nigeria, but they are different from you. They are part of your country. So anthropology is related with the structure of the human body. It is related with the development of human brain. It is related with the color of skin, and it is also related with the ancestors, the forefathers. Like there might be some tribes who were not originally from Nigeria, but they might have migrated out of Nigeria or have settled in Nigeria. So we have, when we study the evolution of man in science, or in the evolution of mankind, we find that earlier man was used to eat raw meat. Then when fire was discovered, then we learned as human beings how to eat food. And today we have different kinds of cuisine across the world, because everybody of us have a different evolution. We progressed. When your parents and your grandparents were in school, they never had any mobile phone, they never had any Google Meet. So communication has changed. So communication has changed. As a result, our life has changed, and we are getting connected. So anthropology is related with the race, with the tribe, with the community, as well as the color, the complexion of the human body, and the height and the structure of the human beings. So whenever we are studying tourism, we study all these components also. So we are towards the end of the course. This thing, only 1 or 2 minutes are left. Anything that you want me to describe or any doubts that you have, please let me know. Okay. So tomorrow again, same time we have a class. I hope you all will be joining the class. You will be there tomorrow.
Yes, we did. We will. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
so please, I'm just writing in the chat box also. Please, this is the name of the course, TS-02. This is the name of your course, and you have to download block 2 of TS-02. So tomorrow,
Okay.
we will discuss block 2. So
Okay,
please
thank you, Ma.
download block 2 so that we will take up further.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, thank you, Ma. See you
Thank
tomorrow,
you.
same
Thank you.
time.
Pleasure. Same
All
time.
right,
Same
Ma.
time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Shall I leave the class, sir? Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you can leave the class. The class is over. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So I wind up the session, sir, with your permission.
Bashir, Bashir,
Hey, hey, what's up? Mr. Haruna Long. You're
Bashir,
welcome.
Bashir.
Haruna,
Yawa, yawa, kana ji?
ina ji.
Shayya za a yi ne mai ɗan creating wani group WhatsApp ne haka.
Wallahi, ni ma na tambaya akan hakan. Sai kuma abun bai yi ba. Wancan na makarantar ya aka yi. Za a yi.
Akwai wanda aka buɗe na makaranta ne?
Assalamu alaikum. Akwai group WhatsApp a wannan WhatsApp da aka bude mana. Na ga wani ya bude shi kuma an yi
Akwai
sanya mutane da yawa.
an turo kuma material. Baka yi downloading ba?
Okay, a wanne kenan?
Shine za ga study in tourism za ga tourism sunan group. Baka ba da lambar ka bane?
Akan ina kenan?
A nan wannan akan wannan platform din ne aka sassa turan nan.
Okay.
Amma kuma ba a da wannan ma tun da group din da malaman da suwa da ya kamata mu buɗe namu na musamman saboda tattauna batutuwa gaskiya.
Dama ai kamar mu namu ɗaliban nake magana a kai.
Ba matsala sai a haɗa lambobin da kawai sai a tashi group ko zuwa gobe ne.
Okay, to shi kenan.
Koya ko?
Gaskiya dai.
Yawa saboda a dinga taimakon.
Yawa.
Saboda ka ga yadda su mutanen nan suke. Turanci ne suke yin sa amma kamar indiyanci.
Suna suke yin gaji kamar suna indiyancin da ya kai amma ka tsaka nan da zuwa.
Ai accent ne kuma ka ga shi matsalar service ni da yawa ma abubuwan da nake dai ba wai na ɗauko main point ta ba ma bana da saboda ɗaya bidiyon rawa yake. Gaba ɗaya bidiyon bana.
Sai can yana rawa da kuma muryar ta da ai speaking na da gaji. Amma
kuma
tana
to ai
indiyanci gaji kamar tana.
To wai a haka ma kaga ai gwanda malaman nan a yanayin ta ga wannan malamar ta jiya ta kuma gaba ɗaya ma ni wannan banda taimakon littattafan ta ma sai a hankali. To kamata dai a buɗe dama group na musamman saboda
gaskiya dai
zuwa gobe sai kowa ya saki lambar sa kana sai a samar da shi a ba shi suna kawai ko ba haka ba.
gaskiya
Yawwa abinda za mu yi kenan. Allah ka
hakan ne dan ba ga dan samu wani damar discussion a tsakanin mu haka.
yawwa sai a dinga tattaunawa tsakanin mu haka ne gaskiya.
Wallahi
Ka gudu zara.
nagode.
Yawwa nagode.